Everyone, welcome 25-year-old Teosha to the Maury Show. Now, Teosha has come here to prove to a man named Darrell that he is her biological father. Now, Teosha has literally been on her own since she was 12 years old. Her mother abandoned her. Darrell disappeared from her life. And when this picture was taken, this little girl was forced to live an unspeakable lifestyle just in order to survive. Backstage is a 25-year-old woman, same age as Teosha, named Shidora. And Shidora believes Darrell is her dad as well. So we've given everybody paternity tests, and we're going to get the results a little bit later. Now, you haven't seen your father since you were 21 years old.
And when I seen him when I was 21, instead of like a father-daughter relationship, it wasn't that.
You think that's your father?
I know that's my daddy. I look just like that man. Our attitude. Look, Maury. Come on, Maury, let me show you. Look at this. You cannot deny this here. Eyes, nose, mouth. If my hair was pulled back, you'll see my ears. I look just like that man. Like, it's crazy.
What I don't understand about the story is, if you went all the way to Colorado when he called you and told you to come on out there, you show up, he's not there.
He was not there. He wasn't there at all. I waited weeks at a time. And the story I got that he would be at work while I was at school. When I came home, he would be at school. It was just so much flip-flopping. And after a while, I left. I ran away.
And that's when it got bad for you on the streets.
It got bad. I was sleeping on park benches. I had to do what I had to do for me to eat. In Colorado, it's cold at nighttime. I needed a father, and he was not there.
Right. But there came a point when you turned your life around yourself.
I'm not your father!
The reason she is here, and the reason this other young 25-year-old is here, is because Darrell doesn't think he's the father of either one of them.
And that's sad.
How's that?
That's
Teosha,
sad.
how's that?
You running around here letting your soldiers march everywhere. If anything, you should have put a cap on it. If you didn't want to take care of your kid, then you shouldn't have had them. You shouldn't have had kids if you couldn't take care of them. And you want to deny somebody out of everything everybody has gone through.
You finally reunited with your mother, didn't you?
Yes, me and my mother, we are on great terms right now.
Okay, and she says Darrell's your father.
Yes, yes.
You think Shidora's your sister?
Yes, I think Shidora, my sister, we all look alike. All of us look alike.
Well, guess what? We might as well meet your father now. Everybody, here's Darrell. Good to see you.
I'm not your father. Just playing.
What you mean, just playing?
I'm not
you
your
ain't
father.
never came out and just
I'm not your father.
full flash said you want my daddy. Even when
You
I
said
thought,
it to my face that I wasn't your daddy.
I brought it to
you
your
said you know
attention.
who your daddy was.
But after I talked to my mama and she told me she knew who her baby daddy was, there was no more question. There was no more question. That ain't right, man. You ain't never in my face denied me like that.
You denied me.
I told you what happened.
Darrell,
that's what I'm supposed to do.
You invited her out when she was 12 years old, didn't you?
Yes, sir, I did.
And then you weren't around.
Maury, I was in prison.
But then why did you bring her out there if you weren't going to be there?
Because she was doing wrong. She was not in Arkansas. She was in Texas with her auntie, and she was messing up down there.
Right.
And her auntie told me, and I had my wife to go get her from Arlington, Texas, and bring her to Colorado.
Yeah, but you weren't there.
Wrong.
I had
was in
1 month
Arkansas
left.
by that time.
I had 1 month left before I came home, and she ran away. And that lets me know that she's not my daughter.
First of all, let's get the story right. I was there for a while. He didn't get out in a month time. I went from 8th grade, 9th grade, and 10th grade down there in Colorado. I didn't see that man. You was not out. You was in the pen, and you know it.
I know I was.
My first memories of you was when you was behind glass wall. You was in the jail. It shouldn't have been like that. You should have got me off that damn bus, what you should have did.
No.
Darrell, are you Shidora's dad?
No.
You're not her dad?
I'm not her dad either.
Really? Whose dad are you?
Probably don't have any more.
You don't have any.
Look how you sound stupid.
I probably don't have any more.
You sound real stupid. Don't you know that?
I probably don't have a kid in this world.
First of all, I would think that you
Mm.
would feel sorry for a 12-year-old girl on her own coming all the way out to Colorado, and you're not there, and now she has to live life on her own.
Well, she didn't have to live on her own. She had a house,
Yeah,
a roof.
yeah.
She went to her proms.
I'm not too sure the people in the house were nice towards her.
I think they were.
Were they?
Oh, no, they was
I
not.
think
Why
they
you
were.
think I left? And when I told you,
Because you're not my daughter.
That's some.
Because you're not my daughter.
But it's okay.
You're not my
It's
daughter.
cool.
We're going to meet the missing piece to this puzzle. Everybody, please welcome Shidora to the show. This is a real contrast with these sisters. Shidora, what kind of life did you have growing up?
My mama made sure I had everything I need. I didn't want for anything at all.
So your mother and your stepfather
Yes.
gave you a great life.
Yes, sir.
You feel sorry for Teosha,
I
don't
really do. He's really sad.
Sad excuse of a father.
Yes, he is.
A
Very
deadbeat.
sad.
A deadbeat.
He's really sad.
So, Shidora, how did you find out that you might be his daughter?
I found out about him when I was 8. So, you know, it kind of hit me like, okay, you know, if I got a dad out there, I want to reach out to him, you know, get a bond, you know. So when I got 19, I finally reached out to Darrell.
But that ain't the whole, that's not the situation. The situation is you need to talk to your mother about what she was doing out there running the streets.
Okay, but as well as running the streets, you laid up with
Coming
her,
up missing,
and he said he knew
coming
about
up missing
me.
2 or 3
Never tried
days.
to reach out to
Coming
me.
up missing 2 or 3 days. Don't nobody know where she at, and then she popped back up.
Okay, but you around here talking about everybody else, but you ain't talking about Darrell. You was a hoe too. What did you mean?
Didn't try to reach out to nobody.
If she's 25 and she's 25, weren't you running the streets too?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Lord, it get better than that. Me and Shidora is 2 weeks apart.
2 weeks apart.
2 weeks apart.
So you think he's your father?
Yes, I do.
I'm not your father. The man that raised you is your father. That's the man your mother ran off from Arkansas and moved to Milwaukee with.
Yes, she did. She
And
did.
it's my cousin.
She did.
Okay, so what? What do all that got to do with it?
At the end of the day, you said you knew about me, and it was a possibility that I was your daughter. So that's why we're here today on this show.
Now, do you want to be their father?
Maury, I would love to be their father.
You would love to be their father?
I would love to be their father.
You're
If I'm
not,
their
you're
father,
not acting like it.
I would love to be their father if I'm their father, but I know I'm not their father.
You do. You know you're for sure, right?
I'm for sure.
Well, guess what? This paper is for sure.
It's going to be all said and done.
When it comes to 25-year-old Shidora, Darrell, you are not the father. When it comes to 25-year-old Teosha, Darrell, you are not. Look, even though you're not blood sisters, you all are sisters. You all are sisters. Even though not by blood, you are going through the same thing, okay?
I came all the way here.
I understand. I understand.
Well, who I belong to? What the hell?
You are not the father.